Is that a man or a woman?
He's East Indian.
Okay, what's his last name?
Aloni.
And he's a man.
Aloni?
Aloni, yeah.
Is he a man or woman? He's East Indian.
Oh, that explains it. And AKUL is not you hear around here very much.
No, is there anything on here that I didn't?
I'm glad you recorded that.
Oh, here's the rest right here.
That's awesome.
It's right on your note.
Yeah.
That was like one of those clips on the Onion movie. How's he hanging from that steel girder for so long? Ah, he's Puerto Rican.
I don't think in the notes that Steve sent you, I don't know if Allison's name was in there.
No, it was not.
Allison is, she's on the album, but she's going to be more of a guest musician because she's moving away. So she's still considered a band member on this album right now. So, yeah, you can say that she's missing in action.
So she's going to Golden again? Or?
Yeah. In South America.
All right,
Well, shall we
start? Where is that? I should fill up again.
It's
Where we
down
were
the hall.
standing
The hall,
before?
yeah, it's sync.
I'll be right
That's what happens when you do that.
So I was watching this documentary yesterday called I Think We're Alone Now. And it's like about these, it's like about these two guys separately that are like stalking Tiffany. Of course now she's just like plays state fairs and like she actually was in Playboy years ago, so she goes to some like porn festival thing too. It was crazy though, like these guys were nutty. One of them had like Asperger's and was like convinced that they were like best friends, and the other guy was even scarier.
This is a documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it follows them around basically, and then the scary part is really when they get the two of them together, because it's kind of sad, right? Like it's just obviously a showcase of mental illness really, but like get the two guys together in a hotel room like the night they met Tiffany, and it's just like crazy talking to crazy, and it's just like, whoa. It's pretty far out. It's just an odd documentary. I guess he, one of the guys had originally, he has Asperger's, right? So, you know, very intelligent, very well read, but not really great on reading like social cues.
Right.
So he showed up and got arrested because he showed up with a samurai sword and some flowers. And of course, like, they were like, holy shit, and arrested him. But he was like, didn't get it. He was like, well, when you present someone with a katana and 6 like white chrysanthemums, it's like the greatest honor you can bestow on someone. Like, he just didn't get it. Yeah, it's cute. Well, as cute as crazy gets, I guess. Alright, so the way it works is it's live to tape. If there's something we screw up or something, I can edit it out. I'll ask you a few questions, then you'll do a song, then we'll take a break, then I'll ask you a few more questions, and then do another song, and then we're done. Okay. Each probably about 9 minutes a segment, give or take. How long are these songs actually? It's a good question. Are they pretty short, or?
Kite's about 6 minutes, and Fish Fate's about 4 minutes, yeah.
Okay, so that's good to know. So
Yeah, Kite is longer.
quick off the top. Okay. Excuse me. Welcome back. You're listening to Entertainment Weekend with Craig Siliphant. We've got a great show going on for you right now, and I've got some special guests in the studio with me right now. Jiva Tree, which we're missing a couple of members, but in the studio we've got Sean Semchuk, Tara Stadnick, and Alan Hundaby. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Great.
And we're missing Nicole Aloni, did I say that right?
Yes.
Yes.
And sort of technically Alison Stadnick too, but I think she's going to be taking a break to do some traveling. That's correct? Now, they have just released a brand new album called Kite. I've got it in my hands. It's well, you're going to get to hear some of it. So now, we're going to hear it, but you guys are probably one of the more unique sounding bands in the province, if not the country, really. Rather than me butchering it, why don't you guys kind of tell me, like, how would you describe your sound?
Well, I would say Jiva Tree is alternative rock with a mixture of some elements of jazz, some elements of ethnic world music with the tabla. Nicole Aloni is on tabla, and then we have Sean over here who does cello, so it gives our music this rock mixed with classical and sort of world music feel.
I actually, I forgot I included this in here, but I copied and pasted a quote that I wrote a couple of years ago about you guys. I said, it's almost impossible, your music's almost impossible to describe in print, you really have to hear it to understand. A unique melding of unorthodox instruments from something as simple as the cello or saxophone to more outlandish choices like the didgeridoo. And then I said, the tempo often chugs along in a fashion that brings to mind a drunken camel in some kind of 21st century Lawrence of Arabia homage.
It's pretty succinct, yeah.
So yeah, something like that. I guess we were saying the same thing there, really.
You've got quite the imagination.
Right, thank you. Now I guess, like, I mean, I called it experimental here, and this was a few years ago. I don't know if you guys would still refer to it as that. I mean, at what point does it stop becoming an experiment and start just becoming Jiva Tree?
Well, we're always experimenting. We always love to try new things, new sounds that are rarely heard around Saskatchewan. And but we try to keep within a song frame. We've worked a lot to put those experimentation ideas into, 3 verses, 2 choruses, a bridge, and keep it within the frame of a song, but still have a lot of fantasy in the music.
So sort of rather than being, over experimental in terms of having no song structure or anything, you take those kind of experimental elements and put them into a proper 3 to 6 minute song structure, basically.
Yes, 3 to 7 or
3
8.
Yeah.
Or 20, yeah.
I think that's probably the best context to say experimental is in the arrangement part of the music, because you can have as many verses or choruses or solos as you want, but when it all comes down to it, the arrangement of like the entire presentation of all these parts that you've created is the interesting part in the end for me anyway.
Now you want to give some shout outs to the arts board here. I guess you guys had some help from the arts board to put Kite together.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very grateful. We had applied a couple of times and then we received it on the 3rd time around, and it was a $5,000 support grant to create this album, and we couldn't have done it without the help of them. Well, we could have done it, but it would have taken a lot longer. So, they were a huge part of making this album possible.
How do you find audiences react to your sound and your songs?
Alan, would you like to take that question?
It seems like it's a bit of a mix. You get some people who, a lot of times we'll play at a bar and some people just turn their heads and watch and just kind of nod, and you get that range all the way to some people get up dance, some people bring very unique outfits, and there's a really broad range of attraction to the music. And it's I'm usually I'm playing drums, so usually I'm tucked away in the back, and I get to see this broad range amidst the shining lights in my face. So it's fun to see how fans react to the music, because we're invested in it in a way that creates the music, and they're helping create it as well.
Mm-hmm. You really have to go in with an open mind. That's what we've come to learn, is if you go in with an open mind, you end up really enjoying yourself. And at our CD release party, it was the night of that crazy blizzard last Saturday, and we totally packed the place. And It was, everybody was right up front really enjoying it, and it was great to see that.
And they would not leave after we were done.
Yeah, it took till like 3 in the morning to get everybody out of there. So.
Now, I'm going to throw it out here quickly. You can find more information and tour dates and that kind of thing at www.jivatree.com. You can also order a copy of Kite for $10 by emailing the email address, and they'll snail mail it to you, jivatree@hotmail.com, and I'll throw that out again towards the end of the show if you want to go grab a pen right now. But let's rather than talking about it, let's hear what it sounds like. Now, I think the first song you guys are going to play is the self-titled track, right, off the album Kite. What's the story behind the song?
Tara's going to have to cover that one, I think.
Well, yes, in our musical process, I do a lot of the foundation of the music. I do the lyrics and the template of the song, and then the musicians add whatever they feel in the music to it. So we have this collaborative creation process, and this song is about love, like many songs. Kite, the love being the highs and the lows that you go through with someone you love. And
Cool.
So.
This is Jiva Tree with Kite.
2, 3, 4.
Nice. Must be cathartic. That's Kite off the album Kite by Jiva Tree. Let's take a quick break here. We're going to come back and chat and hear another song from Jiva Tree. So stick around. You're listening to Entertainment Weekend with Craig Siliphant right here on News Talk Radio. Oh man, I've been waiting to do that. That sounded great.
That was neat.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, see on the album, it's electric guitar,
Right.
drum kit, bass,
Tabla.
tabla.
Yeah, that's what's fun about the
Yeah.
studio one. Sometimes is you get to like strip it down a little bit. And
Yeah.
It's Saturday design.
It's the 28th
28th.
Chinese New Year supper for me.
Uh,
Do you want to come, Al? It's at Su King Lao again.
Possibly.
I went to the Mandarin one for CFCR last week.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't authentic, though. Like
Yeah.
they just served that kind of American Chinese food. I was kind of disappointed.
Oh,
Go to the Su King Lao if you want authentic.
Well, they probably do it because they go, oh, those white people don't want that, you know.
Well-
Because I've been to them before. I was at a symphony dinner where they had a special like Chinese guest,